guys, good morning and good morning, sir. So today I am going to present my presentation about developing a schedule of quantities for selected trades using Microsoft Excel, and under its undercome measurement of a small building QS 6017, and this is presented by myself, Muhammad Samar Khan. Moving to next slide. These are the outline what I am going to introduce, what I am going to say to you about SOQ. So this is introduction and setting up Excel spreadsheet, measurement and quantities, abstracting quantities, how to calculate of cost, and how to presentation and documentation and conclusion as well as. So moving to the next slide. Schedule of quantities. What do you mean by schedule of quantities? Schedule of quantities is a detailed document that lists that material and the work item required for construction project, along with their quantities, unit of measurement and associated cost. It is used for estimating, tendering and budgeting, ensuring clear communication of project required across all trades involved. So moving to the next slide. This is the setting up Excel spreadsheet. How to set up Excel spreadsheet for schedule of quantities. These are the first of all we have to create column, and in the top of row we have to add these numbers, item number, description and quantity and unit of measure and rate and total cost. And to find out the total cost we have to multiply by quantity into rate. So these are the formula we have to use. You can see there. Moving to the next slide. Measurement and quantification. The determination and assessment of the amount of material, human resource and other resource needed in a construction project is called measurement and quantifications. So we have to use ANZ SM 2018 standard method in their measurement and quantification. And this is very important in costing, binding and implementation of project as shown and as figure. We have to step this we have to follow this step, review drawing. It is very important study architecture and structural drawing and identification work, disaster delivered activities such as earthwork and concrete and formwork, other steps there is. And we have to use current measure in the square. So prepare include SOQ include quantities of component or work item rate analyze and the cost estimation. So moving to the next slide. Abstracting quantities. What do you mean by abstracting quantities? So abstracting quantities in construction involves summarizing measured quantities from drawing and specifications into a structured format, usually a schedule of quantities. So these are the key steps of how to make what we have to follow step. We have to review documents, analyze architectural and structural drawing, and measure quantities, quantify material and labor needed for each task such as wall, footing, slab, and organize data. Compile data into a clear format with item description and quantity like this you are seeing that. And use standard follow rules. ANZ SMM, you have to follow rules. And prepare SOQ, create the final SOQ for pricing and tendering. So these are the example how to make. We have to make column, and in the top of bar we have to write code, description, unit, quantity, and we have to explain like this. So moving to the next slide. Calculation of cost. Calculation of cost. What do you mean by calculation of cost? Incremental costing is used in preparation of SOQ to estimate the direct cost of each activity that is detailed in the SOQ which is fundamental for proper costing and tendering. These are the key point of calculation of cost. First one is work item, and second one is quantities, third one is unit rates, fourth labor, material, equipment. In the work items, activities to be carried out in the project, example excavations activities, concrete activities. In the quantities, standard unit of measures for each activities, which include volume such as meter cube or area such as meter square. And in the labor, wages per unit we have to write, and in material, cost per unit, and equipment, a company cost for renting or operating means of transport per unit of output, defined as cost of item quantity into unit determining the total expenses for each item listed in the SOQ, which is crucial for accurate budgeting and tendering. So these are the also key component. Work item, specific task to be performed, example excavation and activities such like this same. We are moving to next slide. How to prepare SOQ. This is these rules we have to follow there. For preparing a schedule of quantities involves several steps to ensure accuracy and compliance with project specification, which is listed below. Review documents, measurement, list item, determine rates, and compile SOQ, and after that again review. So in the review document, get insight on the detail of the specific project, and measurement, correctly assess amount from drawing top with top technique utilizing conventional strategy. And list item, make a menu list categorized according to a trade division, and compile determine rate, set unit rate by reference to current market price or past cost. Compile SOQ, arrange item with description, units, quantity, rate, total, etc. Review, search for more, make sure that it is accurate, then validate with the stakeholders, submit the final SOQ should be included in the final tender offer. So moving to the next slide. Presentation and documentation. These are the following process that need to be fulfilled when presentation and documentation for the successful projection completion are at profession. So these are the key component. So introduction, organization and goals of the project, and second one is scope of work, project overview and explanation of project part, schedule of quantity, activities, quantities, and cost of work to be done by worker, contractor or subcontractor, and design criteria, safety factor, and material used in etc. And conclusion, the main conclusion are proposed solution. To conclusion, it is important therefore to have a good understanding of the schedule of quantities. In order to manage construction activities, it has to make quantitative measures of amount and kind of work done a project to allow adequate abstract of quantities. By giving proper measurement of each cost arising therefrom, the SOQ gives a qualitative financial breakdown that helps stakeholders to make sound decision for the project to produce the intended outcome. So we are moving to next slide. These are my reference how I am making my presentation by this resource. So do you have any questions, answers?
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, good timing.
Yeah.
Just 30 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Right, we move on to the next Q&A session. The first question is, for a project,
Yes.
do we really need a BOQ or SOQ?
Yes, sir, we really need.
Why? What is the important?
Because if we don't have BOQ or SOQ, then it maybe can go cost overrun or project delay. That's all. So we have. That's why we have to proper make a BOQ or SOQ to make a project under budget and don't go delay.
Estimation.
Yeah. For estimation project, how much we are going to invest in the project, that's all.
So how a BOQ can use for progress monitoring, progress measurement? How we can use the BOQ, SOQ
Yes.
for site progress measurement?
First of all, we have to write a box and then write item number and the product name and per unit, everything.
Okay, what are the standard columns in a BOQ or SOQ and what is their purpose?
We have to use ANZ SMM 2018 Australia New Zealand standard method of measurement. For what, sir?
What are the column
Yeah.
names in
Yeah.
a SOQ and what is their purpose? You can use your slide. BOQ.
This one.
This is not BOQ, this is measurement sheet.
Another one. Another. Yeah.
Yes, okay, explain. What are the column headings and what is their importance?
So this is the code. This is the number, just like item number, serial number. This is the code, and this is the description. We have to write earthwork, just like what we need earthwork, and this is the explanation of this. How much we are. Contractor has to be clearance the ground 1 m away from the grids by removing 150 mm topsoil layer from the existing ground surface, not limited to remove trees, route, debris, and other distractions. What we are going to do, we have to explain there. After that, we have to find out unit, meter, square meter, cube, or what is this, and that we have to write a quantity, quantity, how much we need. After that rate, how we have to find out the rate with unit of measurement. After that, total amount we have to calculate rate into quantity.
How do you calculate that rate? One example, tell me.
Rate measure.
What is 14.08?
Yeah.
How do you calculate? Normally, tell me the concept.
Unit of measurement.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.